Miss McClendon, I'm going to start with you. You and Miss Morgan worked together. Is that how you met?
Yes, ma'am.
And you needed a place to stay?
Yes, ma'am.
Why did you need a place to stay?
I was currently staying in a hotel, and I couldn't afford to keep staying there.
How much were you paying at the hotel?
$1,300 a month.
And how much were you earning?
I get anywhere from I'm a server, so it really depends.
Got it. And Miss Morgan worked at the same place? She offered you to come to stay with her, and you would split the rent. There were just the two of you there?
No, ma'am. In the beginning, she offered to help.
Listen, she doesn't know you other than both being a server at a restaurant, right? So why would she? I mean, you're not her sister, you're not her cousin, you're not her niece, you're not anybody to her other than somebody who she knew from work, who was paying $1,300 a month in a hotel, who couldn't afford it.
Yes, ma'am.
And she had an apartment. She lived alone?
She didn't have anywhere at that moment.
No. Was she living alone? So she was living alone. And how many bedrooms are in her apartment?
2.
2. Easy. Come and move in with me. We'll split the rent. How much was the rent?
$650.
In total?
Yes, every month.
So $650 cut in half, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So your share of the rent would have been $325.
Yes, ma'am.
As opposed to $1,300.
Yes, ma'am.
That sounds like a pretty good deal to me. When did you move in?
About the middle of September 2016.
September 16th to be exact.
And when did you move out?
December the 20th, 2016.
The 21st.
Don't shout out again, otherwise I'm going to just dismiss your case. September to October, October to November, November to December. 3 months. How many times did you pay her rent?
3.
How much did you give her each month?
$325 for rent, and it varied each month as far as
So you paid her $325 each month for rent, September to October, October to November, November to December. Is that true?
No, ma'am.
Of course not, because you don't even say that in your answer. Because you say, about a month after I was staying there, Paige asked me to pay half of the rent, which I did. That was a month later. So you lived there 3 months, but according to your answer, you only paid rent for 2 months.
Yes, ma'am. In the beginning, she agreed to help me out. I told her that I can help out with what I can, but I didn't give, we didn't have a...
So you didn't pay rent for 1 month? So
I paid every month I was there.
You didn't pay. I asked you 2 seconds ago. I said, how many months did you pay? You said, I paid $325 every month that I was there. But I remembered reading your answer, and your answer said that you didn't pay rent the first month you were there. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Okay. Didn't work out. It didn't work out because of some internet bill. You had your boyfriend who was staying over. Is this your boyfriend?
Yes, ma'am.
So he was staying over, and he was using your computer and whatever. She was also supposed to contribute, according to you, to the cable bill. She didn't contribute to the cable bill. She said, I don't use a computer. So what you did was you took her off the account. Then you had a fight. You had a big fight. So far, am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And the big fight took place on December 20th or December 21st?
The 21st.
According to you, she damaged property. What did she damage?
The room that she had was completely furnished, and after she moved out, I went in there and she had ripped apart the bed. I'm not exactly sure what she did, but the frame, the footboard, everything was actually in the closet. Yes, ma'am.
Tell me about the fight, Miss McClendon.
On the 20th, we had already had previous arguments. That was not the first big fight. We had one before where I came to her and asked her, if Drew's going to be living there, I feel like he should pay a third of the rent. And I don't have a TV. I don't watch TV. I don't feel like I should have to pay half of a cable bill. And she said, but you use the Wi-Fi. And I agreed. Yes, I do. And I will pay half of the Wi-Fi bill. I went online. I looked up how much their highest cable service was, which was $39.99. And I told her that I would pay half of that. But she told me that because it's a bundled deal, I still have to pay half of the
So that was what
bill.
The fight was about?
That's what started it, yes.
Okay, and then it escalated from there. Does your boyfriend still come over to visit?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What's your permanent address?
I'm sorry, ma'am?
Your permanent address?
It's in Douglasville, Georgia. One road over from her. It's 29.
No, that's my address.
Oh, that's her address. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Very good.
I'm sorry. Yes, it's
Can I?
it's 30. It's 3865.
Your face just got really red, sir.
Yes,
Do you
yes, sir.
understand?
Yes, ma'am. I'm very nervous.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
We watch your show.
Jump.
We do.
She owes you so far $325 in rent for the 1 month that she was there, that she didn't pay rent. She didn't pay $1,300 a month in the hotel. She owes you $325 a month in rent. Okay. Did you break the bed?
No, ma'am.
What did you do with the bed?
As she said, the room was completely furnished. I didn't have anything. And upon me moving in, she said, I have a bed in there. It's really old. It's my son's bed, but you could use it. It was really shaky. Even if you leaned on it, there's a board in the front that would fall off. So all I did is take it apart and put it aside. I put my mattresses on the floor so that I could just sleep on the floor.
And is that what you did?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I believe you.
Yes, ma'am.
Next.
I'm sorry.
What else? She's not paying for the cable. She's not paying for the bed. She's paying you so far $325
Yes, ma'am.
for the month's rent that she didn't pay. What else?
Well, when she moved in, before she moved in, and I have proof on text messages, that I told her that it was going to be half of the rent and half of the bills.
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care. She's going to pay you $325 for rent. Are we done with that part?
Yes, ma'am.
Wait, she's not paying for the cable. He pays for the cable. He pays for the cable. I believe her story about the bed. Now, what property do you say she took without permission?
All the linens, all the towels, everything that she used while she was in the house were mine. And then when she left, she took all the sheets, the blankets, and I'm missing quite a few towels, so I can only assume that they were in her room.
Did you take these sheets and towels when you left?
No, ma'am. My bed was stripped when I came in. She even took my sheet that was on the bed and a pillow.
Okay, now I'm going to your counterclaim. Counterclaim is for the destruction of clothes and personal belongings and harassment. Go.
The first time that I left on the day that it happened.
You mean on the 21st of December?
Yes, ma'am. When I left that morning, I woke up. I had my best friend's son there with me, my godson. I woke up. I put him in the shower. I went back to my room. When I came out the room, immediately she came out because our rooms were right next to each other. She came out and she started, Mr. Dan will be here at 10 o'clock. Do you have the rent? I didn't say nothing to her because we'd already fought the night before. So I didn't say nothing to her. As I'm going into the bathroom.
Just a second. So she came out to you on December 21st.
That morning.
And she said to you, Mr. Dan is going to be here for the rent, which would have been the rent from December to January.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you said?
I didn't say anything because we were already arguing. I didn't want it to escalate.
So you said nothing.
I walked through the door because I was ignoring her. As I'm closing the door, I'm facing the wall. She literally football tackles through the door and it hit me in the back of the head. I did then turn around and I grabbed her by the face, pushed her backwards. I seen her glasses go up and then I stopped because I remembered that Kanan was in the shower and I told her to get out. I had never said anything else to her. After that, she did leave. She left out, and I called her, my best friend, Nikki, immediately and asked her to come get me. I don't want to go to jail. I just want to get out of here. So I finished my shower. I grabbed, everything that I could grab. When I returned, the lock to the door had been completely changed. I could not get in.
When did you return?
That night to get the rest of my stuff. I called the cops out to come out and escort me into the house. When I got in there, like I said, the bed had been stripped. All of my clothes had been spread out all over the floor. There were no towels in my stuff.
Just a second. Your clothes were spread out and?
All over the floor, and there was wet cereal dumped all over my clothes.
You have pictures?
No, ma'am, I did not take pictures.
You have a phone?
Yes, ma'am.
Does your phone have a camera?
Yes, ma'am.
So why didn't you take a picture of what it looked like?
I didn't take pictures because I honestly thought that after I left, I didn't have to deal with it anymore. I just wanted to be done.
Fine. Judging for the plaintiff, the amount of $325. We're finished. Thank you. Miss Russell, did you and Mr. McNulty ever live together?
Yes, we did.
From when to when?
We lived together from September 1st to November 12th.
Of last year?
Yes, of 2016.
But that was after your daughter was born?
Yes, that's correct.
I'm talking about prior to her birth?
No.
And at the time that she was born, were you and the defendant still dating?
No.
When had you stopped dating?
In September of 2015.
Your complaint indicated, the first couple of lines, that Mr. McNulty did not know he had a child due to some, use the word mix-up, for the first 4 months of her life. Was that a mix-up because there was someone else who was originally named as the father?
There was. I was dating someone.
Okay. So there was someone else who was named as the father. And what prompted you to take another step towards finding that Mr. McNulty, who actually had a paternity test, was the father of the child?
He contacted me asking for it, paternity test.
Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
Honestly, it was crazy how I found out about it. I just found out through a picture online, and I saw that the child looked like me, and I just kind of had this crazy hunch that it might be mine, so I contacted her and got the paternity test done. And
just a minute. When you contacted her, where was she living?
it was Lafayette, Indiana, which is about an hour and a half from me, almost 2 hours.
With whom?
Her sister.
And in what month was that?
I can't tell you exactly. I want to say it was around September.
So you're talking about September of 2016?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, when you found out that this little girl was yours, according to what I read, you invited her to come to move into your house.
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
I invited her to be closer to my daughter, and I told her that she could live with me until she got on her feet, found her own place. I wanted to be closer to my daughter, and I just wanted to be friends with her, co-parent.
Do you have any other children?
I do not.
Do you have any other children?
No.
And I assume you didn't have your own place to live.
Not at the time, no.
When you moved into Mr. McNulty's house, you have a house?
Yes, ma'am.
How many bedrooms are in the house?
3.
Your daughter had one bedroom?
Correct.
Did you have the other?
Yes.
And Mr. McNulty the third?
Yes.
So you were living there as two parents of a child. You were not a couple. Is that a fair statement?
Yes.
Okay. Now, an incident occurred in September wherein you claim that Mr. McNulty damaged your car, took your cell phone, and threw your property out.
He threw some of my belongings out, not all of them,
Now-
and it was in November.
Would you like to explain to me, Miss Russell, why this man who actually tried, at least on the surface, tried to do everything in an appropriate fashion, contacted you to find out whether he had a child, bore the expense probably of a paternity test, found out that this was in fact his child, and you were, for all intents and purposes, homeless. You didn't have your own residence. He invited you to come to stay in his house, your own bedroom, because he wanted to, he uses the word co-parent, he wanted to be closer to his child. You want to tell me why he would do such dastardly things? You want to tell me what happened? in
I
November?
did pay for the entire paternity test. I also was living comfortably at my sister's. I had my own room
Well, then why would you go to his house?
because I thought I was doing the right thing and letting my daughter's father be in her life.
She can be in his life many, many ways.
He wanted us to be closer, and he gave us this dream of being a happy family, and little did I know until I moved in that he was not the person I thought he was.
Okay, let's move on to November. Tell me what happened.
So he came home.
What date?
It was November 12th, I believe. He came home inebriated with a girl for the third time. And we had an agreement that he would not bring home women while we were living there for the safety of our child and
No, just
for
a second.
respect.
When did you make this agreement?
After we decided we weren't going to have a intimate relationship.
Right. In what month was that?
That was September.
Okay, so shortly after you came in.
Yes.
Okay, tell me about the conversation.
Conversation after he got home that night.
No, the conversation where he said that he would not bring women home to his home, even though you weren't his girlfriend, you weren't involved in a relationship. Tell me about that conversation.
Our conversation was out of respect for each other and for our daughter, unless we were serious about people, and until I moved out with our daughter, that he would not bring girls home.
Is that correct?
No, ma'am, it's not.
Well, you hesitated for a moment. You want to tell me why?
Yes, because she wasn't actually a girl I was seeing. It was more of like a friend that I've known for a long time, and she took it as a girlfriend. And
Okay, now when you came home on November 12th, do you remember that day?
Yes, I do, because I don't remember if it was November 12th. I remember it was Veterans Day, because I was in the military with a couple of buddies of mine, and usually my buddies will take me out on Veterans Day.
Okay.
So that's
Did you
why.
come home drunk?
I wouldn't say drunk. I was a little. I was inebriated. I'll admit that. Yeah.
Do you remember what time you came home?
It was about 2:30
In the morning.
in the morning. Yes.
And there was a woman with you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's hear what happened.
That was the instance of one of 3 women throughout
Where?
the process of living together he'd brought
Okay,
home.
it's his house.
He
Right.
came home with a woman, and I told her to leave, and she didn't know that there was a baby and another woman there. So she agreed to leave.
She didn't know there was a baby and another woman there.
Yes.
You mean you, the other woman?
Yes, me
Okay.
and my child. She had
Okay.
no idea we were there, and she gladfully left.
Okay.
He, in a rage, headbutted me twice, threw me against a wall. I got away from him by pushing all I could away from the wall. And running to get my cell phone to call the police, which I did. The operator told me to go into the
Don't tell me what the operator told you.
I went into my daughter's bedroom. There are no locks on any of the doors in the house, not even the bathroom. So I tried holding her door shut until the police arrived. And I was instructed to get out of the
Tell
house.
me what you were instructed to do.
Okay.
Just tell me what you did, what he said to you, what you said to him.
So I was able to get out of the house with our daughter, and the police came. They took our statements, and they instructed him
Don't
not.
tell me what they said unless you have a police report.
I have
I'd like
2.
to take a look at it. Well, it appears that from the police reports, at least, after speaking to you, that you did not report to the police that he head-butted you twice. What the police officer noted after conversation with you, that you told the female to leave. She stated that Corey became angry, pushed her, and put his forehead against hers. That's what the officer
was
said.
incorrect.
That's what the officer said. She had no complaint of pain and no visible marks of abuse. She further stated she really didn't want him going to jail, but separated from her for the night. He argued with the police, probably a little drunk, but
I was
totally
more
wrong,
upset
not
about getting kicked out of my own
wrong
house.
that you were
Yeah.
being kicked out of your own house,
Yeah.
where plaintiff neither pays any of the bills,
Yes,
nor
ma'am.
is it her home. However, you did separate to the extent that you slept it off in the garage.
No, negative, ma'am.
Where did you sleep?
I went to my buddies down the street after the police officer told me to leave. He gave me the option to go to jail or leave, so I left.
Okay. Did you come back the next morning?
Yes, ma'am.
What time?
It was around 7:30.
Okay. And when he came back at 7:30, I want you to tell me what happened.
He never left. I saw him walk in through the garage, which he was sleeping in his sleeping bag in the garage.
Fine. So he was, but he didn't bother you. Whether he was sleeping at his friend's down the street or in a sleeping bag in the garage, he wasn't near you for the rest of the night.
He was instructed not to come into the house.
Listen to me carefully. Not to come into his own home. Let's move on. You have 3 complaints. Your complaint is that he took your phone.
Yes.
That he damaged your car, and that he has your stuff. I've read the police reports. So let me tell you what the police say you told them. The second police report indicates that you went to the police because he was still there. And when the police came back with you because you couldn't find your cell phone. And when you came back with a police officer who notes that Miss Russell advised that she wanted to gather a few things from the home and that she would be going to stay with a family friend. That was the next morning. Officer Vasquez went back to Miss Russell's residence and observed Corey had placed all of her belongings in bags outside of the residence. Miss Russell gathered what she could fit in her vehicle and advised she would need to come back later for the rest of the items. Miss Russell further advised that she noticed a dent in her 2007 Jeep Patriot and believed Corey may have done it, but wasn't for sure.
I was certain.
Just a second. That's what it says. She noticed a dent. She believed he might have done it, wasn't for sure. Miss Russell was able to leave the scene without incident. I want you to tell me, what proof do you have for the 3 things we're talking about? What proof do you have that he took your phone?
So when I went to sleep the morning of the incident, when he was supposed to leave the house, all 3 of the bedroom doors in the hallway were open. When I woke up, one was closed, and my phone that was sitting on my nightstand on my charger was gone.
Where's her phone?
I don't know, ma'am. The police escorted me out of the premises.
Next.
I do have proof that I did have to purchase a new phone.
I don't care.
Next.
The police escorted him out. The next thing that happened was 7 o'clock in the morning. You saw him walking in from the garage. Okay. Dent on the Jeep.
He admitted to me that he did it.
Okay. When was that?
The morning of around 7:30, when I was on my way out to go to the police station to make the report, I looked at my vehicle and I angrily said, "You dented my Jeep," and he said, "Oh well."
I did not say that, ma'am, no.
Next.
Next, the officer who made the note that all of my things were on the porch, they were not all of my things. I did not go into the house and collect my things. Him and his stepfather put my clothes in bags and some of my small belongings. I even have a picture
Just a second. Do you want to tell me what you claim he still has that belongs to you?
I have a list.
Tell me.
So I have my dineware set, my wine glasses, all of my kitchen utensils, all of my cookware, all of my baking pans, crock pot, oven mitt.
Just a second. When did you move in with all that stuff?
When he came to get me at my sister's, his grandmother paid for a moving truck, and my sister helped us move all of my belongings from her apartment into the moving truck, which we brought to his house, which has all of these items.
Okay. Can I see that bird?
And I also have
I have
a picture, if you want.
Do you have her TV?
I do not, ma'am. I have enough TVs in my house to
Just a
need
second.
another.
Did she move in with the TV?
She did.
Where is it?
I put everything of hers on the front porch, and she left it there for a couple days, so.
So you don't know where it is?
I left it out there, and I told her it's her problem to get it. I didn't put it on the garbage.
Well,
or
but you
nothing.
know a TV was not noted by the police.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that? Okay. Do you have anything in your home now
I do not.
that belongs to her? Okay. Now I'm going to see the bill for the 47-inch TV. I'd like to see the paid bill for it.
I also have a picture coming up that has my placemats and a picture of him with those placemats just 2 weeks ago for the items that he says he does not have in his home.
Okay. So the television set was $479.91. What are these things?
Everything on the list is stuff I've purchased, but the ones that I highlighted are the ones that he still has in his possession.
And what's this supposed to be a picture of?
That picture matches the small photograph. The photograph has my placemats at my apartment. He has the exact same placemats in that picture at his house. It's proof that he does still have my items that he is claiming he does not have.
I don't care. judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $994. We're done.
Your Honor, I
We're
still have
done.
evidence.
We're done.
What about my vehicle?
He's not paying for your vehicle because I have a police report where you say I have a dent in my car. I think Corey did it, but
I didn't
have no.
say that to the police officer.
Well, that's what
though.
the police officer says. We're done. How many children do you have, Miss Bussey?
2,
How old are they? 12?
12, and I have a 9-month-old.
And who's the father of the 9-month-old?
It's a friend of...
Is that this gentleman?
No,
Who is this gentleman?
this is my boyfriend.
So your boyfriend is not the father of the 9-month-old.
No, he is not.
Did the boy always live with his mother?
Yes, he did, up till recently, yes.
Up until when?
Up until November is when she moved out of her house.
You were living with your son in whose house?
It was my friend that is the father of my 9-month-old and his now ex-wife.
So you were living with a couple who were friends,
Yes, I was friends with him.
and then you moved in with he and his wife.
Yes.
And how long did you live there?
I lived there, it was about a year and a half.
And I assume you left there because you were pregnant.
No, I left there because I started getting threatening emails that were threatening my life.
From his wife?
We don't know who they were from. They were in anonymous emails.
But you would assume they were from his wife.
Yeah, I'd assume, but there's been no proof.
So you moved out. Where did you go?
I moved in with my boyfriend.
He was not her boyfriend at the time.
If you're going to shout, you're going to leave. Do you understand? So you moved out of the house.
Yes.
And you moved in with the boyfriend.
Yes.
And his wife.
Now you can put her out.
I'm sorry. Okay.
You moved in with your boyfriend.
Correct.
How far away did he live from where you had been living?
Quite a ways. I moved from, it was Council Bluffs, Iowa to like West Omaha.
Your son is 12 years old.
Yes.
What did you do about his school?
We still transported him to his school.
Is what you're telling me you moved with your son to your boyfriend's house
Yes.
and you took your son with you and transported him to and from school?
Yes, that is correct.
Is that correct?
To the point, I have no idea. I mean, it was a 10-day time, and I wanted him to come live with me at the time, and that seemed to be a last option. But I told her...
Just a second. You're getting ahead of yourself because that's not what you wrote in your complaint. In your complaint, what you said was she left the boy alone. At least it was my impression that she left him at the house of this couple with whom she had been living.
No, I'm sorry. She sent him to live with some other friends of hers that...
Who?
I can't seem to remember the names. Chelsea, one of her friends.
Is that when she moved out of the house?
Besides the little time that Austin did stay with her, yes. She was moving him around from my sister-in-law's to me sometimes to her friend Chelsea. Now,
Why?
Because I was getting these threatening emails that were threatening my life, and I was trying to protect my son from being around that.
Okay, well, that's a very good idea. Then he should go and live with his father.
Your Honor?
Shh.
I'm sorry.
Just a second. Now, this case is all about an overpayment of child support. He came to live with his father on what date?
It was November the 18th.
And is he still there?
Yes, he is still there.
And did you receive any child support from Mr. McGlynn after November 18th?
Yes, I did.
How much?
I received it weekly from that following week until now.
Did you finally stop the order?
I did. It took some time, though.
How many weeks did you pay when your son was with you?
At least 10.
December, January, that's 8. 2 weeks in November, that's 10. Okay, that's at least 10 weeks.
Yes.
Why do you think you're entitled to that money? You were never married, right?
No, we were not.
Okay, so this is just child support that he pays.
That is correct.
Well, why do you think you're entitled to this money?
The whole reason that he went with his father was I was getting these threatening.
I heard about the threatening
Emails.
emails. Well, then that's a very good idea, because if you were living with a couple that were friends of yours and you got pregnant by the husband and had to move out, I would say that you should do everything possible to protect your 12-year-old. And then moving out, and evidently you had a boyfriend at the same time, now you're with the boyfriend, doesn't sound very stable to me. We're only talking about why you think you're entitled to $75 a week child support when the child was living with his father.
Well, he had time to get it shut off, and it wasn't until just recently that he went ahead and did that.
The government works very, very slowly. Look at Congress. And the lower you get, the slower they work. So if you say, boys with me, could you stop the payments? Sure. Eventually they get stuck because it comes right out of your check, I assume.
Comes right out of my check every week.
$750, judgment for the plaintiff. Mr. and Mrs. Walker, about a year and a half ago, the defendant had a daycare. At that time, your children, the oldest was 9, and then you had a 5-year-old and an infant who was 4, and you were working. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. 4 months.
And you brought all 3 children over to the daycare, and this was July 2nd of 2015.
Correct.
This was not the first time you had taken the children to her daycare, is that correct?
That's correct.
How long had they been going to the daycare?
Almost 2 years my older children were, and since my youngest was about 7 weeks old, I had started taking him to them.
Now, I'm going to start now with you, Miss Shearer.
Yes.
Do you have your own children?
I do.
How old?
I have a 12-year-old, a 9-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 4-year-old.
So at the time, Miss Walker, I think, dropped off the children.
Yes.
Your children were at home.
Yes.
So she had 3, you had 4.
3 of my children were at home.
Between your children and her children, there were 6 children.
Correct.
How many other children were you caring for in July of 2015?
That day, I was carrying between 4 and 6 more children.
Between 10 and 12 children.
Correct.
And who was there with you?
My husband.
Period.
Yes.
How much do you get per child for baby?
$20 a day is what I normally charge.
And you were charging her $20 a day or $60?
I don't believe
How
so.
much was she charging you?
It was $350 for every 2 weeks.
And did you know that she had between 4 and 6 other children aside from her own?
I did not know an exact number, but I knew there was other children there.
Did you know how many people she had taking care of all these children?
No. Well,
Between 10
who
and
was
12
working at the
children?
daycare? I knew that both of them were working at the daycare.
What state do you live in?
Idaho?
You need a license to have a daycare in your house?
Yes, ma'am.
You still have your license?
Yes, ma'am.
How many children do you care for now?
Between 10 and 12.
With him?
By myself.
Where is he?
He has a job.
Now, your 4-month-old child had a broken leg,
Yes.
and you dropped him off at the daycare. He was fine.
That morning, he was perfectly fine.
Subsequently, you got a call from the defendant who said that she couldn't stop him from crying. Is that right?
Correct.
Your lawsuit wants her to pay for your medical bills because she thought that they would be covered by some Crime Victims Compensation Act. But they weren't because they found that nobody probably purposely broke a child's leg.
They only found that there wasn't enough
Don't
evidence.
tell me what they found. They weren't covered. Now, this is your story that I'm getting from your papers,
Yes.
right? You were in the kitchen cooking.
Correct. It was lunchtime.
In the kitchen, you have a swing set up.
No, in the living room. It's a
Just a
straight room.
So it's one large room.
Yes.
So the swing is in the living room.
Correct.
And the baby was okay when she dropped the baby off.
Yes, ma'am.
Then I'm reading your answer, and you say that the 9-year-old was holding the baby
Correct.
and playing rough with the baby.
Correct.
Let me see what you wrote here. So her 9-year-old, who you're supposed to be watching, was, let me just get the words right here, Bird. The baby was crying, so his older brother got him out of the swing and he stopped crying.
Correct.
The baby started crying again, and when I turned around, do you remember what you saw?
Yes.
Tell me what you saw.
The brother had the baby on his back on the floor. He had his legs up in the air. He was holding his legs or ankles, and he was twisting him back and forth throughout the living room.
Okay, so what did you do?
I asked him to please stop.
You asked him, according to you, I told him to pick up the baby and play nicely.
Correct.
You're an idiot. How could any state allow you to take care of children? You see a 9-year-old playing roughly with a 4-month-old infant who you have already told to take out of a swing because the baby was crying. That's your job. You leave the sink, or you leave the television, or you leave whatever you're doing, and you go inside and you attend to the baby. Not you. You tell the 9-year-old, play nicely. According to her, I just want you saw the baby being taken by the legs and ankles and swung. This was the motion that you made, and swung around the room. And you say to a 9-year-old, play nicely. I'm going to read on. When the baby continued to cry, and you turn away because it says when the baby continued to cry, I looked to see what was going on. So now you tell him, play nicely. After you saw him swinging around the baby, play nicely, you went back to doing what you're doing. Your nails, the TV, something, because God knows where he was.
We were making
And the older brother was still not being gentle enough. Again, do you run in? Does genius over here run in, take this 4-month-old defenseless infant away from a 9-year-old little boy? No, not the two of you. I told the older brother he wasn't playing with him correctly and to put him back in the swing. The baby never stopped crying after that. If the state of Idaho doesn't take away your license to take care of other people's children, I have no idea who's running that shop. No idea. Outrageous. So I assume from this answer that, according to you, it's the 9-year-old's fault.
I don't know that it happened in my care.
Well, in all the time that you were taking care of the baby, prior to that, did you ever call the mother and say to her, come and pick up the baby won't stop crying? No. In all the time that you took care of the baby? No. And this time you called her and said, come and pick up the baby won't stop crying. And within 24 hours, the baby was in surgery for a broken leg. You think that that's coincidental?
Maybe the baby was having a bad day. She had suggested that he was constipated when I called her.
If I were running the social service department in Idaho, tomorrow your license should be yanked. Tomorrow.
They did an investigation and they
Tomorrow! Then the person who did an investigation had an IQ in the double digits. In a minute. Because how you can justify, all you have to read is your answer, which I believe. You and the genius were inside cooking. You have 10 to 12 children, including a 4-month-old infant, and your babies, and you have to be cooking together so that nobody is really watching the 4-month-old baby. Nobody. We're done. I'm so upset. Anyway, judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $5,000. That will cover $4,000 of your medical bills plus some. You have a counterclaim for legal fees because you had to hire a lawyer because of charges that. Good. Counterclaim's dismissed. We're done. Are you two married?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
You live together.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
You rented a house.
Yes,
from
ma'am.
the defendant.
Yes.
When did you rent the house from the defendant?
I lived there from May 2016 until May 2017.
And I moved there in August till May of 2017.
And Mr. Carter.
Yes, ma'am.
When you rented the house from Mr. Kimbrough, did he give you a lease? No.
No, ma'am.
How much was the rent?
$525 per month.
And did you give him security deposit?
Oh, no, ma'am. I gave him $1,000 security deposit.
Is that correct, Mr. Kimbrough?
That is not correct.
How much security deposit did he give you?
He gave me no security deposit. He was supposed to give me $125.
Show me proof that you gave him $1,000 security deposit.
I don't have.
Okay. Something happened in May. He told you that the house had to be renovated or something.
Yes, ma'am.
You had to
Yes,
move
ma'am.
into another
Yes,
house.
Yes, ma'am.
Where did you go?
Well, he said he had another place for us to go to. He had another property that we could stay for the 2 weeks while the renovation was being done.
Fine. So did you go there?
Yes, ma'am. He took us there the next day.
Just a second. To another house?
Yes.
And you moved into that house also in May?
Yes.
Yes. May 1st.
How long did you stay there?
We stayed about 3 weeks.
No. It was till the 11th when the actual owner of the property
The
came.
11th of May?
Yes.
Okay. And then the real owner came of that property?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And threw you out?
Yes, he
ma'am.
came with the police.
Okay. Because she didn't know that you were squatting in her house. Who owned the house?
Jimmy.
How did you have access to the house?
Well, I had access to the house because I'm the RA, which is the resident assistant.
Resident assistant what?
He has about 10 properties.
So you had keys to the house?
Yes.
Okay.
And there was a lockbox
I
there.
got it. Yeah, I got it. Okay. So then the real owner came with the police and said, now you have to go because you're squatting in my house. I don't know who you are.
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
Okay, fine. So you left. Where did you go?
We went to a hotel from that point on till we were able to find another place to move.
Yes, ma'am.
So
I have
what
the
do you...
receipts right
Just
here.
a second.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you went to a hotel?
Yes.
And you didn't pay him rent in June?
No, we didn't
ma'am.
pay him rent in June.
And did you pay May's rent?
No, we didn't
No,
pay
ma'am.
him
So you
rent in
didn't
May.
pay May's rent either?
No, ma'am.
And so you lived in this other person's house until May 11th?
Yes, ma'am.
And you hadn't paid rent for those 11 days.
No,
No,
we
ma'am.
haven't.
And you didn't pay rent in June.
No, ma'am.
No, we haven't.
And you have no proof that you gave him $1,000 security deposit.
No, ma'am, not
So
anymore.
what would you like me to do for you?
Well, he told us to take the rent money for that month, move out for
2
weeks, come back, because he's going to renovate the place.
So
Right.
what? So he lied. I mean, what's your damage?
The damages are punitive damages, Your Honor. In the process of all of this, I lost my job. I wasn't able to get to work. I had to resign my work because I needed to find another place to stay. I overdrafted my bank account because I immediately didn't have available funds to rent a motel for $300. I did have $500 that I was making payments monthly.
He's not paying you money.
For him.
Listen to me. He's not paying you money.
But, well...
He's not paying you. He's not paying you for losing your job. He's not paying you because you were inconvenienced.
He's supposed to give us a 30-day notice. He told us on Friday to...
Do you have a lease?
No,
Just
but
a
we
second. Listen
did...
to me. Do you have a lease?
No, ma'am, not anymore.
You never had a lease with him.
No, ma'am.
He didn't bring it. He said he would. He never did.
Okay. So we have nothing. Now you have a counterclaim. And your counterclaim says that they damaged the property.
Yes.
How did they damage the property?
Well,
Just a second. Do you own the property?
no, I do not.
Do you have a power of attorney from the owner of the property?
No, but I was the contractor for the owner.
Show me that you were the contractor for the owner.
I also have a copy of a 30-day notice.
Just tell me what I need to know.
Okay. I have a lease from the owner showing that I was also renting from the same house. I just sublet.
Your Honor,
Goodbye.
he did not live
We're
there
done.
at all.
Mr. Doherty, I'm going to start with you, sir. You wanted to rent a motorcycle for your son who was coming to visit.
Yes, ma'am.
And you had rented motorcycles for him to ride previously from the plaintiff.
Yes, ma'am, 3 times.
And how much do you pay for each use?
I think it was about $130
A day.
a day. Yes, ma'am.
And this last time that you reserved the motorcycle for your son's visit, how many days did you reserve it for?
For 3 days, ma'am.
For $390.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you personally call her
I called. Yes, ma'am.
and gave her the dates that you wanted to reserve the motorcycle?
Yes, ma'am.
What were the dates that you wanted to
That
reserve?
was Thanksgiving. That's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The 3 days starting with Thanksgiving of 2015.
So was that the
I think that's the
25th,
26th, 27th, and 28th.
26th?
27th and 28th, I believe.
And on what date did you call her?
I called on September 16th, 2015.
And then you found out that your son, for some reason, wasn't coming.
Right.
When did you call the plaintiff back and tell her that the plan had changed and you wanted to cancel?
That was September 17th, 2015.
And that's all documented. So far, is that all correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And how many motorcycles do you have?
I own 14 motorcycles.
And I assume that you have documents to show me that all of your 14 motorcycles were rented for the 26th, 27th, and 28th of November.
No, they weren't all rented at that time. That was pretty far ahead of time that he called.
So you ran his credit card for $390. He called you within 24 hours to tell you that his plan has changed. And you told him, according to your papers, that you had a no refund policy, that you would send him vouchers for another time. He said, I want my money back. And to make a long story short, they ultimately sided with him and took the money back from you. That's why you're here.
Ultimately, it went back into my account when he dropped the dispute at the end.
So what are you doing here? Go ahead.
Well, I'm suing for the NSF charges that I incurred for the money going in and out, the taxes that I had to pay, and the inconvenience of it all.
I'm not giving you a quarter. I think that you're a very bad businesswoman.
Ma'am,
I think
he
that
called
you
3
are,
days later.
I think that
he
you
canceled 3 days
listen to
later.
me.
My
No,
policy is no
hey,
refunds.
Miss Nola. Miss
It's in my
Nola.
policy.
I'm talking, you're not.
I understand.
I'm talking, you're not. Let me tell you this. I just went over with him the dates. And
They're not
I said,
correct.
is all, don't speak. I said, is all of that correct?
No.
And you said, you want me to play back the tape? You said correct.
The dates are not correct. The facts are correct. The dates are not correct. He called 3 days after he booked. I
Great.
have no cancellation.
Just a second.
No
I'm
cancellation
speaking.
policy.
Hey, I'm speaking. Listen
No
to me.
cancellation policy.
I don't give a
So why
rat's
do people put these in
Listen
their-
to me. I don't give a rat's behind about what you're going to show me. I'm not giving you another penny. Not another penny. If the money went back into your account.
Because he was wrong. That's why he dropped the dispute.
No, let me tell you something. If I was in
Why
business.
did he drop the dispute?
If you're going to talk over me, I'm going to throw you out of
Why
here
did
and
you
not
drop
even
the dispute
explain.
would be my
Hey, just
question.
a second. If you're going to try to talk over me,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to throw you out.
Yes, ma'am.
It would be my pleasure anyway. In answer to my question, you did say the dates were correct. Then you changed. Don't speak. Then you changed it later when you saw the direction I was going in. That's number one. Number two, I asked you whether all 14 motorcycles were rented for that period of time, 26th, 27th, 28th. Your response to me, because it's on tape, was, no, they weren't. And he called pretty far in advance. So the second thing is that you suffered no damage as a result of his canceling because the rest of your motorcycles weren't rented. He only rented one. I'm not finished yet.
I understand.
I'm not finished yet.
I understand.
So if I were in business with a customer who had reserved and used my business before 3 times.
That
and
understood
they
the
call-
policy.
Hey, just
That understood the policy.
goodbye. Your case is dismissed.
That's
We're
great.
done. So now you come home and you see that he has painted the fence that faces his property a color that you didn't like. And what do?
I went over to his house, went inside his house.
Just a second. Let's do this slowly. You went to his house.
I went to his house.
Was his door open?
The front door was open, the screen door was closed.
Did you ring a bell?
No, he saw me coming.
Just don't tell me what he saw. Did
No.
you ring a bell?
No,
Did you knock at the door?
no.
Did someone say, come in?
Yes,
Who?
he did, and his helper there.
So you
she
stood
actually
out.
opened the door for me to come in.
Is that correct?
Yeah,
You're his home health aide.
yeah. I'm with him.
Do you live together or are you his aide?
Oh, we're good friends.
Okay. So she let you in. And where was he when she let you in?
He was sitting on his couch on the end of the couch.
And what did you do?
I stood back away from him at least
How
8
far
feet.
away?
I was at least 8 feet away. The coffee table and the living room distance was between me and him. I just stepped in through the door.
And?
And I pointed my finger at him like this and raised my voice and told him how mad I was and upset. And
No,
I
I
said,
want you to tell me exactly what you said.
I said, I am so upset with you right now, Ron. I just don't know what to do. The only recourse I'm going to have is to take you to court.
And
he started calling me a son of a... And I turned around and left. As I got about 3 feet away from the front door, he still was calling me a son of a... and told me he was going to get even with me and take care of me. Well, I already know that he has a history.
No.
Okay.
Don't tell me what you know. So you said...
So, knowing that he has a rifle standing at his door, I turned around and went back in, and I said, are you going to threaten me?
No, just a second. Now, you're almost out the door. And when you went back in, where did you go back in?
I went back in about 3 or 4 feet closer to him.
So now,
there was a coffee
where
table
you were
between
8
us.
feet away, when you were pointing your finger at him.
I wasn't pointing my finger at him that time.
No, when you were... Pay attention. When you were 8 feet away from him and pointing your finger at him, you were 8 feet away.
Right.
Now he says, I know, whatever, and you know he's got a rifle, and you know, so then you turned around and came back and went closer to him.
Yes, ma'am.
So now instead of being 8 feet away, you're 3 feet away.
No, I was about 4 feet away.
Now you're 4 feet away. This
it does
is not
make a difference, Your Honor.
4 feet. So now you're 4 feet away. So what's separating you from where the defendant is sitting on the sofa?
The corner of his coffee table.
And then?
Well, first he repeats what I am again, and I said, you'd better stop saying that. You're not insulting me, you're insulting my mother.
Oh,
and I'm
get
not
over.
going to put up with that. I'm sorry, Your Honor, that's why I was raised.
Come on, let's go.
So,
let's go.
Anyway, he just kept saying it, and then he picks up a Pepsi can and throws it at me, and I swerved where he couldn't hit me with it. When I swerved, he still hit me in the chest.
Just a second. Are you telling me that the soda can, because he did throw a soda can, he says he threw it on the floor in frustration. I don't believe that because I read your answer. But now are you telling me that the soda can, pay careful attention because I have what you wrote. Now are you telling me that the soda can hit you in the chest? Be careful what you answer because you already made one mistake in what you wrote. Are you telling me now that the soda can hit you in the chest? Miss Sonkrant, this used to be your boyfriend. It's not your boyfriend anymore. While he was your boyfriend, the two of you went on holiday together, decided to get matching tattoos. He didn't have any money. You laid out the money for his tattoo.
Yes.
Sometime way after that, he used your credit card to purchase furniture. So there was a loan for furniture for his apartment.
Yes.
He still hadn't paid you for the tattoo, right?
Correct.
Forget about the tattoo. Do you still have the tattoo?
Yes.
Do you still have the tattoo?
Yes, but it's covered.
But what?
It's covered.
It's covered with what?
Writing.
What did it say?
It was a K with the heart, like a king.
It's what?
K with the heart.
K with
Oh,
the
with
heart.
K with a heart. Is that your name?
No, it was king and then mine was queen.
I really have to get my hearing checked. I swear. God. Everybody better go to articulation classes.
That's not going to happen.
Okay, now, you moved into an apartment, you didn't have any furniture.
Correct.
And how did you get furniture?
Miss Sonkrant offered to get
What did she
furniture
say?
for me. She knew that I didn't have any furniture, so we went to the furniture store, and she helped me pick it out, basically.
Okay, great. And do you remember how much it was?
Not off the top of my head, no.
But you were making payments on it.
Not really.
You never made any payments on it?
No.
Never?
No.
Really? When was it purchased? In what month?
I would say September-ish, yeah.
And it was bought on credit?
Yes.
How much was it?
It was $2,235.54.
Well, what kind of work were you doing, Mr. Nichols?
Worked in a factory. I was machine operator.
Still there?
No.
What are you doing now?
Right now, I'm currently looking for a job.
So you don't have a job?
No.
And what kind of furniture did she buy you?
It was a Serta mattress, king size, and the bed frame, and the TV.
And you have a new girlfriend?
Yes.
Do you watch the TV with your new girlfriend?
Yes.
And you sleep on the mattress and the frame?
Yes.
You think it's right that the plaintiff pay for that?
I mean, it was a gift.
It might have been. I'm just asking you if you think it's right that she pay for it.
Me and him were together.
I didn't ask you a question.
Okay.
Do you think it's right that she pay for it?
Yeah, I should pay for it? No, I don't think it's...
Bird, that one's irritating me. Would you get it ready?
Sure. Ma'am.
You don't have to bring your new girlfriends. It's annoying. Do you understand?
Yes.
Just annoying. Now, Miss Sonkrant,
Yes.
when did you and Mr. Nichols break up?
In the beginning of December.
When was the first payment due on the furniture?
What would have been September? October 24th.
Who made that payment?
He made that payment.
Show me.
I only have the bills. I don't have it showing that he paid, but I have evidence of him saying that he was paying me.
I would like to see that.
All these.
Isn't it nice I got rid of the new girlfriend? Just in case you think I'm going to be exceedingly hard on him, I just want you to read some of these emails back and forth.
Okay.
And I want you to tell me whether, based upon these emails, you would buy U.S. savings bonds.
Do they still sell those?
If you have confidence in the country. You told her you were going to pay her for the furniture. Unfortunately, your choice of language was such that the camera operator here can't take a picture of it because you only know how to express yourself using four-letter expletives.
I don't believe...
You don't believe what?
Where did I say that I paid her? I told her I was going to pay for it.
Would you show Shakespeare, please, the emails? In the emails is where you told her.
Yeah, man.
Now you see where you told her you were going to pay her?
Yes, I remember those conversations.
Good. $2,235. Judgment for the plaintiff. Good. Pay attention to me. He painted the side of the fence that faces his property a red stain. I'm forming a visual.
Here's
you're telling.
Here's a perfect visual
I
picture.
want you to answer my question.
Okay.
So he painted the fence that only the side that faced his property, a fence that you put in the contract he was to pay for half of, a color that he wanted.
No, I didn't agree to a color he wanted.
No. What he did was he painted the side of the fence. You know, you're obstinate. He painted the side of the fence that faced his property, a fence that he was required to pay half for.
Which did not.
You're not paying attention.
Okay, all right.
A color that pleased him. That's what you're complaining about.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now I'll take a look at your picture.
In the pictures, it does show the property line where the fence is built on my property. He had to trespass onto my property to paint the fence.
Is what you're telling me, sir, that by walking up to this fence to paint it or to have it painted, he was on your property?
Yes, ma'am.
Baloney. Baloney.
Well, he was, ma'am. There's
Baloney.
pictures there that show
Baloney. That faces his house.
It may face his house, but it's on my property. I paid $4,500. He paid $7,000.
Now, this is the color that you're complaining about?
That's the color of my house. That's the color I painted without any question my fence.
Just a second. You painted this, so this is what you look at.
Yes, ma'am.
That matches the trim of your house.
Yes, ma'am.
And this red here
faces my house. My house is in the backdrop.
Just a second. This is your house.
Yes, ma'am.
On the other side of this is his house.
A complete property
John,
over.
I want you to answer my question.
Yes, ma'am.
You have a complete fence around all the property.
Yes, ma'am.
The only way you can see this color is by going around all the fences and looking from his side of the property.
No, ma'am, that's not the only way.
Well, what other way can you do it? You can do it with a drone.
It's completely visible to the rest of the neighborhood, anybody on the street, anybody on the sidewalk.
Who cares? That has nothing to do with you. They may like this color. It has nothing to do with you. So your house is completely surrounded by a fence that's painted this dark color that's consistent with your trim on your house, which it absolutely is consistent with the trim on your house. And that's the only thing that you see when you look out your windows. Am I making myself clear? Do you understand
I understand.
that? I want to make sure that 10 million people understand this. When you look out your kitchen window, your living room window, your bedroom window, your bathroom window, the only color fence you see from inside your house, from your backyard, that your children see, that your grandchildren see, that your wife sees, is this color fence. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You had a sister. Your sister lived in California. You and your wife lived in Florida. Your sister became ill and she was diagnosed with cancer. You and your wife relocated from Florida. Are you retired?
No, not retired.
Did you get a new job in California?
My wife is a contractor, so we move around quite a bit.
So you came to California and you had another project?
Correct.
Okay. And how long was that project for?
It's ongoing still.
So you moved to California because you had a new project?
Correct.
Okay, well, then this is sort of misleading, Mr. Riley. I'll get to the whole thing. This is probably going to be more interesting than I even thought it was going to be. This is a situation, your sister was sick in California. You came to California. You led me to believe in your complaint that you and your wife gave up your life in Florida to come to California to minister to your ill sister. That's what I got from your complaint.
Very much true.
Now it appears that you have a contracting job, and even though your sister is no longer with us, that contracting job is ongoing because that's what you and your wife do. So it was probably a combination of both things. In any event, you came to California with your wife for a job, which you're still doing, and you're still living in California.
Yes.
Still living in California,
Still in
even though your sister's not here anymore.
Correct. We're from California originally.
It doesn't matter. I was just misled by the complaint. Maybe it was my own silly misreading
I'd
of
love
it.
to clarify if I could.
They saw work here.
I didn't ask you a question.
Sorry, Your Honor.
In any event, your sister was here. She came to live with you for a while. She was ill. She was getting treatment while you were in California. And you are her closest living relative.
Yes.
Closest biological living relative.
No. Physically close, yes. Biologically, we have 6 siblings.
Oh, but she didn't live with any of the other 6 siblings?
No, she lived by herself until she lived with us.
She was a single lady?
Correct.
No children?
Never married, no kids.
And the defendant is her cousin?
Correct.
So you took care of her, drove her to her doctor's appointments, did whatever had to be done. Sister
For
passes.
months, I may add. For months. Years.
For months, years,
Just so you know.
whatever. For months. You did all of those things, and your sister unfortunately succumbed to cancer. She passed away, and when her will was read, to your surprise, you were not made beneficiary of any part of the estate. Her entire estate went to her cousin, Miss Wells, as the beneficiary, but your sister did a double whammy. She made you the trustee.
Correct.
Okay, and that, I assume, Mr. Riley, if you and I are being honest with each other, was both irritating to you and probably to your wife, who was very anxious to talk to me before.
No, not really.
It wasn't irritating.
It was irritating, but not for the reasons you say. It was not monetarily driven. I care for my sister.
I understand.
It was a surprise. It's all was just a surprise.
It was a surprise. It was a surprise. In any event, there was ongoing acrimony between you and Miss Wells. That is clear from both your complaint and her answer. But this is what your complaint is about, because it's the only thing that your complaint can be about. You ultimately turned over the trust to Miss Wells because you didn't want to be involved in it anymore.
No, not true. Not true. She didn't like the way I was handling the trust, and she
She
stripped
didn't
me of my
like as
trustee duties.
beneficiary the way you were handling the trust, and she said in her mind you were dissipating the trust, and since she was the beneficiary of the trust and a together person, she said, I can take care of this myself and I'll spend the money differently.
With 3 different attorneys, by the way.
Doesn't matter.
In 6 months.
Do you see? What you're doing now is demonstrating just how irritated you
I'm
still
sorry.
are.
I get emotional about my sister's death still. I'm sorry.
Well, this isn't about your sister's death. This is about money.
Okay.
If you were emotional about your sister's death, then you would have said, you know, my sister died. She knew how she felt. It was her money. She felt, for whatever reason, either close to Miss Wells or she felt that Miss Wells needed the money more than you did, that you and your wife were doing okay. For whatever reason, it was her money. That's what she decided to do with it. So
Absolutely.
when people pass away, whether it be a parent or a grandparent or whatever, and you as a relative don't think that you're getting the appropriate love from the deceased by way of monetary reward, it's irritating. Happens all the time. And you're not unusual for that.
But this
is what you're not unusual for that. But this is what your case is about.
It's not.
After
Sorry.
Miss Wells took over the trust and finally got into the condo that was very much in dispute, she found that there were certain things missing from the condo. And as a result of that, she notified the insurance company, because evidently your sister had homeowners insurance. She found laptop missing. She found someone had purposely damaged a sleep member bed.
I really want to speak to that if you let me.
Whatever it is, she found certain things missing in her mind. And she made a complaint to the insurance company, filed a claim with the insurance company, who did it, as they have to, an investigation before they pay out a complaint. And when you call the adjuster who is going to examine your complaint, what she did, and I assume she did make a police report.
Yes, indeed. Name me as culprit.
Okay. Can I see a copy of that police report?
No, because I don't have a copy. Do you have a copy?
I do have a copy.
May I see it?
You were denied a copy?
I was denied a copy because I was the culprit.
Put her out. She's annoying me. She doesn't learn. Not a free-for-all. It's an out.
Come on.
Oh, I beg
It's
your
an
pardon.
outie.
Thank you.
No, you can stay.
Thank you. Sorry, Your Honor.
Forgive me, Your Honor. It's very difficult to find, but I do have it. Here it is.
Give it to Officer Byrd, please.
May I ask what date that was filed?
Okay. So what she says in this Sheriff's Department report, have you seen it?
I have not.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you what it says.
I appreciate that.
It says she inherited the apartment from her cousin who passed away. Prior to moving in, she says where she lived, and she had seen photos of the apartment, she the defendant, and its contents, and through email exchanges prior to her cousin's passing away. On May 26, 2016, Anna moved to the apartment.
Sorry, when?
She looked around on May 26, 2016.
Your Honor,
That's
may
what
I
it-
correct that? I didn't move
I'm
only
reading,
walking.
listen to me, don't correct anything. I'm reading to him what the police report says.
Yes.
If it said something and it wasn't accurate, you should have corrected it at the time.
Oh, yes.
On May 26, 2016, Anna moved to the apartment. She looked around and inventoried the items in the apartment. She saw items were missing from the apartment that she had previously seen in photos. She believes another cousin of hers, Thomas Riley, who had access to the apartment prior to Anna's arrival, entered and damaged the mattress on the bed by cutting out a portion of it with an unknown object.
She is loud.
She also believes he took various other items from the apartment. She does not know for certain if Thomas took the items or damaged the mattress, but she stated she was in a battle with Thomas over being appointed trustee of her cousin's estate. Anna did not desire prosecution and did not want Thomas contacted over the matter. She stated Thomas is emotionally unstable and did not want to aggravate him.
Right.
Anna wanted the matter documented for insurance purposes.
If I may.
You don't have to. I'm formulating a picture. Do you understand?
I understand.
And as very often happens in a legal landscape, the landscape is changing, Mr. Riley.
True.
And it's changing in your favor, sir. Okay. Now you got a windfall. You inherited this apartment and whatever money was left in the estate, if there was any. If it had happened to me, I wouldn't have looked at draperies, 2 sets, 92 inches, $650. Sleep number bed, king size, model 1, $6,000. Moen brand shower heads, $2,000. A Galaxy Pro Tab. Dishes, $350. Bissell Pro Heat Steam for the floor. White bleach cruiser bicycle. A purse for $1,000. How much in total did you get from the insurance company?
$16,000, Your Honor. I have
just a second. $16,000.
Yes, Your Honor.
None of which actually you paid for.
Correct. Yes.
All of which your cousin paid for.
Yes, correct.
Yes, correct. And the single most expensive item was a Sleep Number bed.
Correct.
And you gained access to the apartment in May of 2016. I said gained access to the apartment. That's what it says in the police report. It says Anna moved to the apartment.
Your Honor, was the first time I was ever at the apartment.
June?
June 24th.
June 24th. This is my problem with you. Yeah.
Yes.
You're getting ready for the problem.
No, I can explain.
No,
the
you
dates.
can't. There is no way you can explain it to me. Ms. Johnson, you and Ms. Page are connected because you each have a child who has the same father.
Yes.
Would that be you?
Yes.
Okay. And it is your claim that the defendant came to the house. You lived together?
No. Well, as of now, yes.
As of?
Back when the case happened, yeah, we did live together.
And while you were living together, it is your claim that the defendant came over one evening, assaulted you, and vandalized your car.
Yes.
The defendant denies she was even in town on the night that she's alleging that this happened. And she has a counterclaim. She says that you've been harassing her. She believes that you somehow vandalized her car with some foreign object in her gas tank. She's got a counterclaim. Okay, when did this incident happen?
On May 5th.
Of this year?
Yes.
What time?
It was about 12:30, between 12:30 a.m. and 1 a.m.
So tell me what happened.
Okay, Your Honor. On the night of May 5th, me and Gary were celebrating Cinco de Mayo. We had some margaritas and tacos, and then we were going to call it a night around 12:30. Gary goes to bed, and his phone just starts to ring right before I lay down. And it's an unknown call constantly coming in. So eventually I answer, and it was
How many times did it ring?
Probably about 5 missed calls.
Okay.
And so finally I pick up, and it's Zuri on the other line, and she's like, where's Gary? And I said,
Now, do you know her? Had you met her before?
yes.
How many times?
We've known each other for over 3 years.
So you knew her voice, or she identified herself?
Exactly, yes.
What did she say?
She said, where's Gary? I said, he's asleep. She said, he's been at my house for 3 nights. And I said, well, that's impossible because he's been home. So she's like, well, where is he? I said, he's asleep. She said, wake him up. So then I wake Gary up, and I hand Gary the phone, and he's like, this is a joke, just hang up. So right before I hang up, she says, open the door. Right before we opened the door, it was a knock maybe 5 seconds later. So Gary runs to the door and looks in the peephole, and he can't make out who it is. She's like leaning on the door. So then I look in the peephole, and I said, Gary, this is a Zuri. And Gary's like, is it? So he looks back in the peephole, and then I yell, we didn't open the door yet. I say, Zuri, why are you at my house at 1 a.m? She's like, I need to speak to Gary. I said, okay. So then Gary's like, well, what do you want? So immediately I call the police. And I said, I need a police officer dispatched to my location. So Gary goes and opens the door, and she's like, she's extremely intoxicated. She's like, I need you to come to my truck. And Gary says, why? I'm standing behind Gary. Gary has his hands on the side of the door. I'm standing behind him, and she's like, well, I need to speak to you. I need you to come to my truck. So then Gary's like, well, what do you need? Then she calls me a drunk and just starts like talking crazy and calling me names and says I'm scary. And then we started arguing. I'm still in the back of Gary. So then she reaches under Gary and grabs my hair and pulls me into the hallway. And then that's when we start to fight. I have pictures of bruises, scratches, and everything from that night.
I'd like to see them, please. I'd also like, did the police ever respond?
Yes, they did.
I'd like to see the police report.
Okay. There's also pictures in there of the broken window as well.
Well, I see the window. We haven't gotten to the window yet.
Okay.
Now, there are pictures here of a broken windshield.
Yes.
And the police report is clear that after the police came to discuss what happened to you, you were sort of reluctant to speak to them and a little, according to the report, a little intoxicated yourself.
Yes.
A sergeant also responded to the location, and it was the sergeant who observed the broken windshield on the car. When they identified the car as belonging to you,
Yes.
they went back upstairs to speak to you. At that time, since you believed she had broken your windshield, then you said, well, that's enough. I want to press charges. So that's how we're here. Is that
Exactly.
correct?
Yes, ma'am.
That's what I get from reading this report. Okay. What time had you parked your car that evening?
I would say about 6 p.m.
Now, you told me before that you and Gary were living together at the time.
Yes.
That's not what it says in here.
Yeah, Gary was living with me on and off around that time.
Well, now it is. So Gary was living with you on and off.
Yes.
Lisa, that would be you, right?
Yes.
Lisa said that Gary, her child's father, was only there to watch their child. Lisa and Gary were no longer in a dating relationship, nor was blank and blank. I assume her and somebody else said that even though that they had problems in the past, they had not seen or spoken to one another in quite some time. Lisa claimed to have no idea why the defendant and her friend arrived at the door. Now, you didn't tell me about a friend.
I was getting to that part.